the first time we've done something to this magnitude.
Calling it our next generation TVC.
Really was a team effort. A new experience going into uncharted territory.
It's been massively satisfying. I think the collaboration with Hive has left us stronger.
How was the drive back from your first pitch meeting?
It was quite intense. I remember sitting in the car, obviously everyone was driving, and I remember him saying that it didn't go too well. We really didn't have any high hopes after that first meeting.
So RU120, yes, the university is turning 120 years, but what this allows us to do is firstly brand awareness and mobilization. Almost a rebrand in terms of to position the university again as a university of choice, not the one that you apply to as a fallback. If we look at 120 years, that stretches from colonialism through apartheid to today, and we have to look at what we do with this legacy in order to shape that legacy going forward. And the Hive agreement and the commercial activities around it come in that context, in that it's one of our main vehicles through which to do this.
When I found out that Hive got the Rhodes campaign contract, that I was asked to be on the team, I was overjoyed.
It's the first time we've done something to this magnitude. My initial role was to be director of this, and we would get someone in to film. That changed up quite a bit. I ended up filming a TVC that I've never done before, coming from social media specifically, actually filming like a quite intense, focused 30-second TVC. It was definitely a milestone.
We're calling it our next generation TVC because we've only done animated type things in the past.
So initially I was tasked with assisting with the design element of the campaign. So that was working with our very talented team of designers to create the concepts that were initially done and turn those into the final product.
I think we ended up with the people best suited for this, all the way from makeup to Candice on production and Jim on direction. We really had a solid team that, even though we aren't necessarily super familiar with this space, they really came in alongside of us.
Towards the end of the campaign, the coordination of the placements, so it was up to me to be phoning the Hive train, phoning the billboard agencies, contacting the media outlets such as the ENCA to find out the costing and placement, as well as to find out what that looks like in terms of implementation. So there was a lot of phone calls, a lot of back and forth on email, but yeah, we got there in.
It's been so heartening where our alumni are contacting us saying, look, we're seeing you guys at the Hatfield station in Pretoria. We're like, yes. Certainly as we now see these adverts on Gautrain, on billboards. You had to understand the heart of Rhodes University in order to execute this. What was fundamentally different here is using our own staff, our own students, taking ownership of this process, of this narrative authentically. There were so many beautiful, authentic moments in that production process, in the end product, that honestly we couldn't have planned because it was a product of coming out of this process. I think what this process through Hive has been massively satisfying and just given us the strategic lever we now need to take it to the next step.
It was very rewarding to see it come to completion, as well as just for me personally being tasked with this, given this responsibility and executing on that. It was really proud moment.
Definitely a new experience and going into uncharted territory and walking paths that haven't been walked before by us, and setting those structures up and systems up in place for future, potentially getting more future work such as this.
I honestly, I think we have and now in the process of fundamentally rebranding the institution visually and ideologically.
Is there anything that you'd like to add or say to the audience?
Yeah, I would just say enjoy the show. It was a lot of hard work that went into this, but we can sit back and watch and feel a real sense of satisfaction for the hard work we all did. Enjoy.